Well, it's here. After almost 10 years since its announcement, the FNAF movie is finally here. And it's not good.
Now, I was both excited and worried for the FNAF movie. On one hand, I was excited because, well, it's seeing FNAF on the big screen, so of course it could be exciting. But on the other hand, it's a Blumhouse release. Now, granted, I've only seen like a few of their movies, but from the ones I have seen, they're not very good, so that gave me a bit of worrisome for the FNAF movie. And I got exactly what I was expecting. A movie that was not good, but I still had a really fun time. Now, let me just get this out of the way. The biggest positive I have with this movie is easily the set designs. The Jim Henson Company did a phenomenal job of recapturing the style of the games. Not to mention that the animatronics themselves look like they came straight out of the games. They really did do a phenomenal job in terms of the set design and the costumes. And as a former FNAF fan myself, I really did enjoy the references to previous games. Also, not to mention that the acting is also really good. And yes, I clapped when the Living Tombstone song appeared. That song's a banger. Alright, that's everything I like. Now let's talk about why this film is kinda shit. Now, like I said, while I enjoyed it as a FNAF fan, as a movie by itself, it just doesn't work. The story is an absolute mess, and while the acting is good, the characters themselves just aren't interesting. Even as an actual adaptation of the games, it fails. Now, it's obvious to any FNAF fan that this movie is meant to feel like an adaptation of FNAF 1, but then they add Vanessa from Security Breach, and it's like, what? So, is this meant to be an adaptation of FNAF 1? Or is it meant to be just an adaptation of the entire series in general? Like, what? Not to mention, it could have some really inconsistent moments. Like, there's a scene where they try to build a pillow fort, which is already confusing enough for a FNAF movie, but then they play a rock music, and it's like, what is this? This is meant to be a FNAF movie or a romantic comedy? Also, the discourse surrounding this film is really stupid and pathetic. Kinda reminds me of another video game movie that came out the same year that was negatively received by critics but was widely praised by fans of the specific IP that just attack anyone who criticizes it. Anyway! Yeah, so in other words, the FNAF movie is not good. It's enjoyable if you're a fan of the franchise, but if you're just a typical moviegoer, you will not enjoy this. 5 out of 10. But I'm being a bit generous since I enjoyed it as a former FNAF fan. That's enough talking about FNAF for one day. I need a break. I'm gonna go take a rest. Just please make me have a good movie to review next time, please.